Chris Angel, will you please tell me a story about letters to Santa Claus?
Oh Ginger, I have a special story. This one is for all the little children who have brothers and sisters. Santa Claus shared this story with me. I think this is an important one. Be sure to tell Elf, Snowman and Rudolph this story, and ask them to share it with their friends too. It starts before Christmas, which was coming. Tommy and Ted had already begun to write long letters to Santa Claus. But one thing was rather unusual, both boys asked him for the same things. Each little letter ended with, "just like brothers." They agreed to ask for only one sled. They would rather ride together. This seemed so very sweet and loving. One night, after they had gone to bed, Tommy said, "Ted, if Santa Claus brings us skates, Jim can teach us how to use them." "Oh yes, and if we get fur mittens it will be such fun to make a fort." "And a snowman," Tommy answered. Ted said, "Oh, I'll always ride the sled down the hill, and you can ride it up." "I don't think so," Tommy said, speaking loudly. "Why not?" Ted asked. "Because it'll be my sled too as much as yours." "Yes, of course," Ted replied, "but I chose it first." "You are just selfish," said Tommy. "Well, so are you." "I don't care. I won't sleep with you. I'll ask Mama. If I can't have the first pick, I'm the biggest," roared Tommy, bounding out of bed. "You're a big crybaby," Ted shouted, jumping out after his brother. Away ran Tommy to Mama, with Ted at his heels. Both were angry. Both pleaded and talked at once. Mama was sad. Her dear little boys had never been so unkind to each other before. She kissed their hot faces and stroked their hair. She told them how their naughty words hurt her. She told them how displeased God was to see two little brothers quarrel. That night they went to sleep in each other's arms, full of love and forgiveness. Christmas morning came at last. Very early the boys crept out of bed, just to feel their stockings. Papa heard them, and, remembering that he was once a boy as he lighted the gas. Each little red stocking was full from toe to top. Boxes and paper parcels were piled around them. Such a shouting. Such a good time. It seemed as if all their letters had been answered. Suddenly Tommy cried, "Oh Ted, here's a letter." They put their little heads together, and with Papa's help spelled this out: "My dear boys, no sled this year. You boys have quarreled, so I was afraid to bring it. I dropped it off the load about a week ago. Get ready for it next year. Merry Christmas, Santa Claus."
Chris Angel, I am sure going to tell this story to all my friends, because next Christmas is a long time away.